Hello, welcome to the Villages, Florida. My name is David. I'm a realtor with Florida Realty Investments. If you have any interest in buying or selling property in the Villages, Florida, please feel free to contact me at DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. First, I would like to recommend that you check the date of the show. We produce this report every Monday. Make sure that you're watching the most recent information. The second thing to mention is that all of this information is from the multiple listing service, the MLS. It does not include any information from the village's own internal listing service, which is the VLS. So let's get started. As always, we begin with listings, and as of today, July 4th, 2022, the price range for listings in the villages is between $169,000 and almost $2 million. If you take a look at this graph, you can see that listings have essentially continually increased over the last 3 months, and they have now literally more than doubled since the 4th of April, when it was 108 listings, and today 218. We can take a look at a breakdown of the price ranges that these listings fall into. And once again, the most active price segment here in the villages is the $300,000 to $500,000 price range. The way to read this table is, for example, if you look at the $300,000 to $400,000 price range, this week there are 71 properties for sale. Last week there were 65. The week prior to that also 65. The week prior to that 54, and the week prior to that 54. Feel free to pause this video at any time if you want to review the information in more detail. This map shows us where in the villages these listings are located, and as you look at this map, you can see that the listings are fairly spread out throughout the entire villages now. If you take a look at listing price per square foot, you can see that after bumping up over 300, we are now under 300, even though the last 4 weeks shows that the listing price per square foot has remained fairly steady. A new report that we've added shows how long these listings have been on the market. This is for all listings, and you can see that the time on the market is up by 50% from 24 days on average in April to over 36 as of today, July the 4th. When we look at new listings, we can see that the listings that are added to the MLS every 7 days has remained fairly steady at between 30 and 40 over the last 3 months. We can take a look at the new listings in more detail. This shows us in what price segments these new listings appear. Once again, the most active price segment of $300,000 to $400,000 is seeing by far the vast majority of the new listings. 15 of the 33 new listings, or almost half, are in the $300,000 to $400,000 price range, and only one listing over $1 million. But if you look at the last 5 weeks, you can see that new listings for homes over $1 million are becoming quite rare in the villages now. This map shows us where in the villages these new listings are located. Next, as usual, we turn our attention to properties that have sold over the last 7 days. Prices ranged from 170,000 to over $2 million, and you can see that the number of properties sold in a 7 day period, which means properties closed over the last 7 days, has remained fairly steady at around 40. If we take a look at the price realized on sales per square foot, we can see that properties are still holding value on average. The last 7 days, the properties realized about a $262 per square foot value, which is up slightly from the previous week and fairly consistent with what we've seen over the last 3 months. However, if we take a look at how long it's taking properties to sell, it becomes clear that the market is really not as strong as it was. Homes were selling in 3 or 4 days 3 months ago, and they're now taking, on average, almost 13 days to sell, which is still a very healthy market, but certainly buyers are not as aggressive as they were 3 months ago. And finally, we take a look at how aggressive sellers are. And you can see on this graph what percentage of properties are currently listed that have been reduced from their original asking price. The percentage of properties that had a price reduction this month has risen from just over 42% to close to 50%. If we take a closer look at what the reduction has been, we can see that as of a month ago, the average reduction was about 4.75%. That has risen to over 5%. This means that of all properties listed in the villages currently, the average price decrease is 5.25%. That completes our overview of the Villages real estate market for the week of July the 4th, 2022. Once again, I can be reached at DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. If you have any interest in buying or selling property here in the Villages or in its close proximity, please contact me, DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them for you. And if I don't have an answer, I'll be happy to research to find the answer for you. Once again, I can be reached at DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you.